What is up, guys? Welcome to Fantasy Tomorrow. My name is Caleb, and today I'm here to go over the NFL draft and what to expect from some of the rookies that got picked this year. And today we're going to be covering the rookie quarterbacks and what exactly to expect from them. So let's go over those top few QBs who got picked. First off, we'll start off with the number one overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. He went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he's slated to basically become their starter from day one. He should have a really solid rookie season, but it could take a little bit of time for him to adjust and for the Jaguars to build a team around him that kind of highlights his really good traits. He should benefit, though, from being in a bit of a more college-style offense under Coach Urban Meyer. But it will be interesting, too, to just see how much the Jaguars run the ball since they picked Travis Etienne as well. It's going to be really interesting to see what that Jaguars offense looks like under Trevor Lawrence. Because of that, I'm not super high on Lawrence. I think he'll be maybe a top 20 quarterback who will likely blossom in the years to come, but don't expect too much in the first season. Now, Zach Wilson, he got picked by the New York Jets, and he should start immediately for the Jets, and he should really develop into a fun quarterback. His ridiculous arm really brings back memories of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, but don't expect that type of performance from him in year one. The Jets are really in the process of rebuilding and trying to put weapons around Wilson and get him situated in that offense. And he will likely get better as the season goes on and as the years go on. But there will probably be some growing pains that limit his upside in year one. And because of that, I have him ranked below quarterback 20. Now on to Trey Lance. He went third overall in the draft to the San Francisco 49ers. And he's a very talented person, but he doesn't have a whole lot of experience. Even in college, he had, I think, fewer than 300 passing attempts his whole college career. Because of that, I think the 49ers are going to try to kind of take it slow with him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he spends some time on the bench kind of learning from Jimmy Garoppolo, a la Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. So I think that, for right now, probably doesn't deserve to be on a fantasy roster unless you're in a really deep or a dynasty league, but I think he can go undrafted for now. Now, Justin Fields for the Chicago Bears, he got picked up by them. This is kind of an interesting pick, and I think Justin Fields is a really talented player who the Bears felt very comfortable to trade up for. And while I believe that he should beat out Andy Dalton, I don't think that you should put all of your trust in Justin Fields just yet. I think he could be a fun option, but we'll definitely want to see what that Bears offense looks like because Matt Nagy and Bill Lazor, they don't really have a great history of play calling and setting up things to, really highlight what their quarterbacks can do. So definitely, err on the side of caution. Don't go all in on Fields just yet. Now let's go on to the last of those first round quarterbacks, that being Mac Jones, who got picked up by the New England Patriots. Now, Jones is likely going to spend some time on the bench, kind of learning and watching Cam Newton, as Cam Newton will likely start the season for the Patriots, but I wouldn't be surprised if halfway through the season or so, Mac Jones kind of takes over in that role. The problem with Mac Jones is that he's more of a pocket passer. He doesn't have a whole lot of mobility, and that kind of limits his fantasy upside. So definitely someone to keep an eye on, but don't put too much stock in at this point. Now, the last quarterback I'll mention who's kind of interesting for this year in fantasy football is Davis Mills, who was drafted by the Houston Texans. And the reason why that's interesting is he's in a situation in Houston where we don't really know what the status is with Deshaun Watson. A lot of people are saying that it's possible that Deshaun Watson has played his last snaps with the Texans. And so Davis Mills could be in a situation where he could end up starting week one or halfway through the season, especially if he can beat out Tyrod Taylor there in Houston. But don't put stock in him either. I mean, it's a really weird situation in Houston, and they're very much in rebuild right now. They don't have a whole lot of talent on that team. So while Davis Mills is somebody to kind of keep an eye on, he's definitely a absolutely just last resort option for your fantasy team. When it comes to rookie quarterbacks, you're going to want to be cautious. Here's my rankings of the top rookie quarterbacks in 2021, but keep this all in mind. If you are in a 2-quarterback league, Lawrence and Wilson should immediately be on your radar. Everyone else may take some time to develop or to even see the field. And if you are in a standard 1-quarterback league, I would avoid drafting any of these guys. With rookie quarterbacks, there are so many unknowns, and your draft capital is going to be better spent on picking players who have already proven that they can produce. There are plenty of productive quarterbacks out there, and so it's really not worth it to risk it with a rookie quarterback. But if one of these guys breaks out midseason, again, feel free, go grab them, pick them up off of waivers, but don't waste a draft pick on them. Guys, please subscribe for more league-winning fantasy advice. Drop us a like and a comment, and check out all of our social medias, which you can see at the bottom of your screen. But this has been Fantasy Tomorrow, where you can learn today and win tomorrow. Thanks for watching.